In my last two videos, we discussed about group by along with the internal table. We discussed the syntax of the representative binding and how we can declare explicitly group and use the group key binding. In this video, I will show you some of the real-time example where we can use this group by along with our internal table inside the loop. Let's get started. Since I have already explained the syntax of group by in my last two videos, in this videos I will not do much coding work. I just explained whatever I have written already. So as usual, we have the class demo, that is local class. Inside the local class we have one main method and which implementation of main method it is given here. So this main method we are calling in startup selection event. So you can see, so I have fetched data from the VBAK and VBAP table. So basically sales data I got. Most of the time I prepared the video with the sales order, so we can understand the things easily. So I am getting the sales order, line item, material number, line item and material number from the VBAP table, and which is line item table, and sales order, VKRG and VK group from the header table. So requirement is like that, I have to change this sales order. So I have multiple sales order. So based on the some value, I want to modify some quantity, or I want to do some modification in the sales order and update in the sales order. So how we usually do? So this is the one of the requirement, real-time requirement we usually do. So you can see, I have the one internal table LTSO which we got from the VBAP and VKAP. For each sales order, I want to modify something. Based on some condition I can get where I can put what all are the some material is for a specific material I want to change, or for a specific sales order I want to check. Whatever the sales order you want to get, you can get those sales order, and I want to do some modification in the sales order. So for doing the modification I can use BAPI obviously, but for using BAPI what I have to do, I have to loop through this LTSO table and I have to prepare one line item table, or inside for this line item table I have to pass in this line item table in BAPI, or I can directly get from VBAP separately also, and I will be having that table. I can read I can loop through this table and I prepare the LT underscore item. That also I can do if I would have written the separate select statement. But in this case, I'm preparing this line item table, and at the end of the sales order, what I'm calling, I'm changing this sales order. For changing the sales order, inside this is the one of the method. Inside this method, I'm calling the BAPI and changing the sales order. So this is just for the explaining purpose. I didn't call any BAPI. How we do the real time. So how we can replace this loop with the group by? Why I want to, one of the real time use, whenever we use the at and of, at new statement, this instead of using this statement, we can use the group by. Here what we are doing at the end of each sales order, I am collecting all the line item, those line item for particular sales order I will be having, and those line item I am passing, and that sales order I am passing in the BAPI and changing some data. Like that I am doing. But how I can do with the loop? Let me show you. So this is the example with the group by. So what I did, instead of using the 8 and, let me comment it out, this one I have to sort also. Before I have to sort as well based on the VBLN. For each sales order I want to change, that is the reason. Let me comment it out. So in this, what I am using, instead of looping simply, I am using the group by sales order number. So I will be having the data together for one sales order. That is I'm using, because I will be using group by. As I told you in my last video, let me comment it out, control shift less than, as I told in my last video. So whenever this group by statement we will write in loop, whenever this loop execute, as soon as this group by will encounter, what it will do, this statement will run at the kernel level and it will group by based on the key we have given. We have given here sales order, it will group and keep those data. So it will run at the kernel level. That is the reason it will be faster than what we are doing using the 8 and of VBLN. We have already prepared group now. Now I can directly use those group and process the data. So how I am doing? So as I told you in last video, we are using here group key binding. Since I have explicitly declared the group, I can use the LSSO also instead of LT group. That will be representative binding, but I have done here explicitly declared the this group. That is the reason we have to call this group key binding. So based on sales order, I already have the group. I can do for each group what I am doing. Again, I am preparing the table. So this statement, nothing, this will be equal to this one. LT item I prepared, then I passed the LT item. I didn't declare here LT item. What I did, I just prepared the one internal table using this group. So for first loop, how it will happen? So for first group, there will be all the group one by one. All group will be executed here. So first group, what will happen? We are in the first group, we will loop through that group, and what all are the line item for that particular sales order and the material number, I'm putting in the I'm creating one internal table. I don't have here internal table. I'm just preparing that internal table, and directly I am passing that internal table to the change sales order. So like that, instead of explicitly declaring the LT underscore item, what I did, I declared inline, I prepared one table inline and passed to the change sales order, and doing using the BAPI, I am changing the sales order. Like that also we can do. This is the one of the real time use. We lot of time we will use the at end of VBLN, or whenever we have to sum up the data. That is another example. Suppose I have to sum up the data. Instead of changing the BAPI, what I have to do, I have to prepare the final table and I have to sum up the data of the line item table. So that also I can do. Inside this I can use reduce. So inside this I can prepare the sum using the reduce, and when I am using the reduce, instead of using the normal for, I will use the for in group. So that will prepare the line item level. It will loop through the line item level, and it will calculate the sum of either quantity or amount which I want to calculate, and that I can prepare the final table using the group by as well. So let me show you that quickly. That will be very quick. Reduce. Suppose I want to prepare one integer value, lv underscore int, or summation. I can write sum equal to reduce has. So as you already know from my reduce video, we have to declare one initialization variable which should be type of this sum. So lv, suppose I'm doing netpr, that should be type of net price, netpr. Let me do net price. I'm doing the net price summation. So I have declared this variable. So as you know, we need one iteration, but instead of doing the normal iteration, what I will do, I will use this for loop here, for with group, for ls underscore grp in group. I will use in group lt underscore grp. I will loop through the one by one entries, and after looping through, I will get the what I will do in the next statement. Next, I will modify this one, control C, control V equal to, I don't have as of now in this net price. Let me add net price as well, comma B tilde operator, net, there is some net price. Yeah, net price is there. Oh, I have to add in final table as well, ty item table. Okay, there is no need to, because that we have done the inline declaration, so it will automatically take care. So net price as well. So what I can do, ls group, control V, control space, net price plus this net price, control C, control V, and I have to declare this lv underscore sum as well, control C, data. This should be type of netpr, net price. So like that I can do. This is the simplest example. So here what I did, I just collected the line item data, and then I have passed to the change BAPI to change the sales order. Here what I have to do, sometime we have to add up line item data and display in the final table. That what I did, I loop through, I use the reduce operator, I added this data, and that data I can pass in the final table, I can prepare, and that can be displayed in the output. That is the one of the, this is just I want to show you what all are the things we can do. This is the one thing. Let me comment it out. Control Shift less than. I didn't execute it because it just to understand the how we can do these things. We already executed in the last video and show you how the group Y is working. So this is the just show you what places we can use at the real time in the project the things. One more thing I want to show you. Suppose whenever we are calling the BAPI, each time we are getting the some return table, lt underscore return table, where we are having the error message, information message, and the warning message. All kind of messages are there, but we always care about the error messages, and we want to display only the error message out of these all the messages. Sometime in the ALV, or if you want to display in the output, that error message I have to extract from that, and then I have to display. So I have to process that LT return table. So as you can see in the what I did in the change sales order, I didn't call any BAPI. I prepared one table LT underscore return, where I am having the all kind of the error messages. So suppose A, W, I, this is termination message, warning message. So I only care about the error warning, either type A, type E, or X. This kind of message I only care. I want to display in the output the error message. There is some error, you have to fix those error, then only you can proceed. You can change the sales order, or whatever you are doing you can do. So how we can do the processing of this internal table? So previously, using the normal loop, how we used to do, like this we used to do, Control Shift greater than. So what we used to do, so we used to sort this LT return by type. So it will automatically sort by the A, E, I, then based on the character of this, and it will sort. And since the A is coming, I'm interested in A in E, so A will come first, then I'm getting that message, and that message I can display in the output. Like that I was doing. One second, Control C, Control V. So like that I was doing. Shift F1. So like that I was doing. Control F3. So let me display out this message and show you how it is displaying. LV message. So basically this is the change sales order method. Inside from that I'm getting the LV message that I have to display. So let me call this method over here. Control Shift greater than. Control Shift greater than. Control Shift greater than. Shift F1. Control F3. Let me do F9. So clear out the console. Let me do once more F9. So you can see we got the termination message as well, because it was the first line item. So that is the reason what I did. Suppose this line item is not available and some error is available, I can, since let me do Control X, Shift F1, Control F3, F9. So error message is coming because I have sorted by type. Then I'm displaying. This we usually do when we are not using group by and we are using the normal loop. Let me show you with group by how we can do, how it become easier for us. And here also we can't make the sequence as per our request. We have to do lot of coding for that also. So let me comment this older way, Control Shift less than. Let me uncomment the newer way, Control Shift greater than. So this is the data, because we are passing back this data LV message. So what I did, I used the group by here, and I no need to sort separately. Inside the group by itself, we are declaring ascending and descending, and I'm getting the first message. As soon as I got the first message, I'm coming out from that loop, and that message will be displayed here. So let me clear out. Control F3, and let me do F9. So you can see termination message came because this is the because we did the best this ascending means A come first, then E, then I, like that it will come. But if I do descending, I want to change the sequence. I want first message should come, I think X1 exit message, then reverse way I want to do, then it will, how it will work. Let me do Control F3 and let me do F9. So you can see exit message came because the X is coming light. But sometimes we feel like the requirement is like that some other sequence we want. We want error should come first, then termination message, then some other instead of information message, like that I want to change the sequence. That also we can do. Control shift less than and control shift greater than. I have to use little bit translate some function is available in the SAP that I can use. What I am doing, I am passing this value return type. If I am converting A, X, E, I, W, S into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I am doing ascending and descending. So suppose I want to display first information message. No, it will be better. First I will display the error message. So I will put error first. Then if there is some error, then it will be prioritized as a 0 and it will be displayed first because I did ascending. Let me do Control F3 and F9. So you can see error message. Instead of error message, I want to display the information message first and other message later. That also I can do. I just have to change the sequence. I have to do I, and instead of I have to do E. Based on our requirement, we can just change the sequence. Based on this number only sorting happening. So I am translating these all values to this value, then I am doing the sorting. So that is the reason, based on my requirement, what first value should come, that value is coming, and we are putting that in output. Control F3 and F9. Then you can see information message is coming first. This is very frequent requirement because a lot of time we are using the BAPI. There is a lot of messages are there. Even we are doing the call transaction also, we are getting the one return table. There also a lot of messages are there. But we are not interested in all the messages. We are only interested in the some A kind of A message, X or E, this kind of message. If those messages are coming, those first entry we have to, because we can't display all the messages in one column in the ALV output. We have to display one at a time one message only. So sometimes we have to concatenate and display, but most of the time we will display one message, then user fix that issue, then another message he will get, then another issue that user fix, and like that we are displaying, and we will not display information success messages at all. So we can remove from there, or we can ignore those messages, like that also we can do. So this is the one of the real-time use of the group by. So instead of using normal loop sorting and using the normal loop and preparing the message and returning that message, I can using the group by as well. I hope you learned something from this video. Please like this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you and happy learning.